What are you drinking?
Nothing. It's fucking nasty because it mixes with soda.
Damn. What's up, everyone? This is Betamax. My name is Fidel. Joining me, as always, is Eddie and Brady.
What's up?
Hello.
So what are you drinking, Eddie?
Can I tell you guys a story?
Go ahead.
It's a story time with Eddie.
Story time with Eddie.
So it was back in time,
Mm-hmm.
June 25th,
1985.
2009.
2009?
2009.
2009 of what?
Of the Earth.
January 25th. You said January 25th?
June.
June 25th, 2009. Okay.
It was a beautiful day. Nice. Sunny outside, birds chirping. I just got off work. I was heading home.
Do you remember what day of the week it was? Forget it. Just go. I'm going to say Thursday. What do you guess, Birdie?
I'm gonna do Monday.
Monday?
Monday.
Nah, I'm going to say Thursday. It's going to be one of those deep in the week type of...
It's just one of those days.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So what day is it, homie?
Yeah, hurry up, man. No more phones during these, podcasts, man.
Come on, homie.
You guys get too distracted.
Yeah? Says the guy on his phone.
Hey, this is important.
Thursday.
Oh, dude.
I was right.
So it was a Thursday
Okay.
afternoon. Nice and hot. I had just gotten off work. I'm going to head home. I have the weekend off.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a nice little weekend. As I'm pulling out of the parking lot, I'm heading home. I get a call from my sister.
Mm-hmm.
So I answer it, which I don't condone people do. Don't.
Answer family members' phone calls?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, just don't answer your phone while you're driving.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So don't do what I did.
Okay.
So anyways, I pick up the phone call. And it's my sister. And she's
Which one? I'm just kidding.
My stepsister. She was stuck in the dryer.
Damn, dude.
I was about to say, for real?
Keep going with
She's
the story.
I
Keep
need
going
your
with the story.
help. So my real sister,
She wasn't stuck in the dryer.
she wasn't. But I would help her out if she was.
Same.
What?
I mean,
Anyways, can I finish?
I respect your family, dude. I respect your family.
So, I pick up, and she is bawling,
Mm-hmm.
crying, just totally in pure grief.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even understand what she was saying. I couldn't make out anything she was saying. She was just like,
Yeah.
and
Ron, what's his name? Ron Burgundy, looking in the phone booth.
yeah, dude, that's what she sounded like.
Glass case of emotion.
Yeah, so I'm just like, fuck, something bad happened.
Yeah.
Because I have never heard my sister like that in my entire life. Immediately I'm just like, fuck, either my dad died or my mom died or something bad happened. And immediately I started okay, I can't drive right now. I have to pull over. And while I'm doing that, I'm just like, hey, I can't understand what you're saying. You need to calm down. You need to, talk normal. Just hold it together.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't make out. So once I pulled over, I told her just take a couple breaths. I'm like, fuck. And the whole time I'm freaking out too.
Yeah.
I'm just like, damn, what happened? And she finally kind of composes herself a little bit. And I'm just I'm waiting there. I'm like, okay, I'm ready for whatever it is to hit me. And I'm just like, all right, my life is forever changed after this.
Yeah.
And she says, Michael Jackson died. I have never been so fucking pissed in my entire life. I literally said, are you fucking kidding me? She's like, no, he's fucking dead. She's like a huge Michael Jackson
Yeah,
fan, and
yeah.
she was like legit. Like she wasn't trying to be funny. She was really like
Yeah.
grieving over it. And oh my god, dude!
Jesus.
Somebody was playing Michael Jackson at work today, and it just reminded me of that. Fuck, dude! I was so pissed. I think I like hung up on her, and I just went home. Like I was super pissed. But yeah, that's
I mean, I mean, I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan too, and I was bummed when he passed. But
you weren't fucking bawling like that.
yeah, no, I wasn't. That's funny, dude.
Yeah, man. Looking back, it's like funny, but at the time, like I was so fucking pissed.
I would be too. Like I'd be like, man,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
man. Honestly, I probably wouldn't even be pissed. I'd be more disappointed. I'd be like, really, really, like this, okay. I just want to see some fucking nukes coming out of your eyeballs when like one of us dies, you know.
It's like, oh damn, that sucks. That's it.
It's like, all right, we gotta find a third person for this.
Damn. That reminds me of a story.
Hey,
of
who would you guys? Sorry, I cut you off. But who would you guys replace me with?
You're irreplaceable, brother.
Hey, but seriously though.
Jose.
Nicholas Cage.
God damn it, dude. You were saying?
So, before you interrupted me, which has
My
been
bad.
happening to me all fucking day.
Everyone's been interrupting
Yeah, all day, dude.
Has that ever happened to you, Birdie?
you. Nah. I'm pretty well respected around here.
Around these parts.
Right.
So, no, that reminds me of a story of when I worked at Taco Bell. And I remember I didn't have a cell phone at the time. And the manager it was fucking lunch rush. The manager was like, hey, your uncle is on the phone. He needs to talk to you. Sounds serious. And I was like, oh, fuck. And so I get on the phone, and then he's like, you need to come to the hospital right now. And I'm like, why? What's going on? He's like, they just took your mom into the emergency room. I was like, what's going on? And he said, I'd rather not say on the phone. You need to be here right now.
Damn.
And dude, I fucking was like,
It was like a similar thing.
yeah, but I froze, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
like tears started coming out of my eyes, and I told my manager, I was like, I gotta go. Like, my mom's in the hospital. I don't know what's going on. They don't want to tell me over the phone. I gotta go. He's like, all right, go ahead, take off. So I fucking race from the Taco Bell I worked at, which is right there in Corona, all the way to right here by the house, Riverside Community. Pulling up to the emergency room, and then on the way I had told my sisters from Orange County, so they're pulling up too. And we're all pulling up around the same time. And I see my uncle leaving in his car, and then I see one of my aunts walking out of the ER looking at me weird. Like, what the fuck? And I was like, okay, that's weird. I park and I start walking towards the entrance, and then I see my mom walking out.
Perfectly fine.
Fine. And I was like, what's going on? And she was like, what are you doing here? And I was like, my tío called me and said I need to come to the hospital. And when I asked him what's going on, he said he'd rather not say over the phone. Well, why are you here? What's going on? And she goes, oh, my sugar just got a little too high. So I got scared and I came to the hospital.
So why did he want to tell you that?
I have no idea. I asked him and he was just like, oh, because I didn't know what was going on.
Fuck.
I was fucking mad, dude.
So why didn't you say that, asshole? Huh?
Yeah.
Like,
oh, I don't know what's going on. Just come. Not like I can't say, or I'd rather not say over the phone. Like, you immediately think of the worst.
What's up with people, dude?
But going back to me saying I've been getting interrupted all day. So today was my sister's 26th birthday. So I was with my family all day.
that's the youngest one, right?
Yeah, the one that just had the baby.
Oh, right.
So I was with my family all day. And I have no idea why. Every time I try to like contribute to the conversation, I'd get interrupted, cut off. Like all day. To the point where like, at first I was like, that's funny. And then I started getting annoyed. But then it turned into a thing where like, okay, somebody's fucking with me. And that was just making me laugh. But all day, dude.
Was it like a on purpose thing or?
No, it would like just by chance. All day.
Stop.
But like that time I spent with my mom today, she was telling me some shit about like a recent family party, well, arguments that happened, and I was just like, yeah, that's why I don't like going to family parties anymore. Too much bullshit. Shit I don't want to be a part of. So. Yeah. So I can relate to the whole don't answer family members' phone calls.
Yeah, dude. Next time I'm just gonna wait till I get to my destination. Like, fuck that.
But Michael Jackson died, dude.
Dude.
You there wasn't like a celebrity death that bummed you out? I mean, not to that point. Or maybe to that point, I don't know. But
Gabe is the only one I could think of that I legit like cried.
Gabe Serbian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the only one. I was bummed like with Lemmy and even like David Bowie. I was like really bummed about that, but yeah, to that point where I'm just like, fuck, like no.
What about you, Birdie? No?
Not really. Maybe Robin Williams.
Yeah, that's the one that usually comes to my head too.
But I think that one hit me a little harder than I thought it would because, like, my mom had hit me up about it. Yeah.
She was a huge fan or what?
Well, she just knew that he was, like, in a lot of shit that we watched growing up.
Yeah.
That, like...
Flubber.
Yeah. Flubber, Aladdin, like... yeah, like...
Yeah.
That fucking Robots movie he made, like...
oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But that one hit me hard because of that. Because I remember she had texted me a picture of him, and she had texted me, like, in Spanish, like, oh, he died today. And I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy. And then I like, visited her, like, a week later. And she was like, you guys used to always watch his movies. You know, that's why I, like, felt kind of bad that he's gone. You know, you guys were always watching his movies, his VHSs, like, when I couldn't. Because she would, like, she's like, you know how you have, like, your still books right here in the living room?
Yeah.
Like, that was all VHSs. Probably the same amount. We didn't
Yeah.
have, like, an early amount. Probably, like, the same amount. And, like, my mom been working her ass off since she was, like, a kid and shit. So, like, she would come home from, like, work. And, like, we'd be like, Mom! Like, you know, like, little kids, like, trying to play with their parent. And she'd be like, oh, just let me take, like, an hour or 2 hour nap, man. Like, go watch a VHS.
Yeah.
So, she, like, we would just, like, pop in, like, Robin Williams movies, you know? So... yeah, she kind of realized, like, yo, you guys kind of grew up with that guy, huh? Like, kind of sad. But, yeah, probably him. But, no one else, really, that I kind of looked up to, like, in an artistic way. Yeah. Yeah, because everyone that I look up to, like, artistically is, like, even back when I was, like, in high school, like, they're still alive.
Yeah.
Like, they're still kicking to this day. So, yeah.
I feel like if you like go back and look at and watch his movies and stuff, you could kind of see it in his eyes. Like, there's something there, like a sadness, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Damn, getting a little morbid on here.
What about you? There wasn't, like, someone that you, like...
Just like Robin Williams. Like, Michael Jackson did bum me out. But most of the ones are just because of, like, nostalgia, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, when Kobe passed. I used to follow basketball pretty religiously, like, but I was, like, in junior high.
Yeah.
And junior high, like, high school, like, early high school. And that's when, like, Kobe was just coming into his own, you know? Like, he was pretty new still. So, like, when he had passed, it was more of, like, damn, that's, like, pretty unbelievable. Like, I couldn't fathom it. Like, it wasn't more of just, like, fuck, like, I'm, like, belligerently sad. Like, no, it wasn't nothing like that. It was just more of, like, it made me think about, like, junior high and stuff like that. And, like, remembering the night, like, the Lakers won their first 3-peat. And I remember listening to the radio and thinking it was tight because they were saying fuck on the radio. Oh, because they were, like, cheering. And I remember it was Big Boy, like, that famous radio DJ.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, Lakers just won. Fuck yeah. Fuck. And I was like, oh, damn, they're saying fuck on the radio. That's fucking crazy. So, like, it was just made me think of stuff like that. But as far as, like, just affecting me in, like, a deep emotional way like that, I mean, not really. Because, I mean, I don't know these people, you know?
Yeah, that's where the weird part comes in,
Yeah.
where it's kind of like, I mean, yeah, I mean, because you like these people do make things that like help us throughout
Yeah.
our days, you know.
Yeah.
Because there's some Michael Jackson songs like that like I remember listening to Michael Jackson when I was a kid and being like, okay, pop music,
Yeah.
you know? But I remember I was dating this girl, and we were dating for like a long time, and then she was like a big Michael Jackson fan, but she would always play songs that no one would listen to. Like she wasn't playing the hits. Like she would play like some like
She's a deep cutter.
yeah.
Damn, that sounds.
And like
Same.
and I remember like one time like because we were like living together for like a little while, and then like we were laying down in the bed, and she put like a couple songs on, and I was like, man, these songs are sad. Like these are Michael Jackson songs. And she was like, yeah. Like she started telling me like he wrote these songs when he was like a kid. Like he wasn't even a teenager yet. He wrote these songs when he was a kid. Like, and this is what he was feeling like.
Yeah.
You know. And I was like, damn, that's fucking gnarly, dude. But like, you know, those songs like that, because like she would tell me like I like listening to these songs because it's like I can relate to that. You know. So it's like some people it helps them. You know.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, the icon instead of the person. I think it's what they're mourning, you know.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, you don't really give a shit about Michael Jackson. You know, you give a shit like about like what he was. I don't know what he was about. You know, like what he was giving you. Like
Yeah.
he's nice. He's like a pretty controversial like dead dude too.
Yeah. Did he do it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just. You don't have to answer it. I'm
yeah,
just kidding.
it's such a fucking.
He did it
Feel bad.
Yeah.
for the kids. Fuck that fool.
One of them got discredited.
I
One
heard
of
there was
them,
like
one of
a
them.
bunch that did, but regardless, he was still sleeping in bed with kids. That's fucking weird.
Hey, but what if he had a mental illness, dude, that we don't know
That's
about?
not an excuse. Fuck that.
No, like I'm not saying like a mental illness that is excusing the fact that like, maybe he's doing some sexual shit. Maybe he just had like the mind of a kid and he's like, oh, I'm having a sleepover with other kids.
There was a
you
reason
know?
why he was doing what he was doing, but that reason isn't. It's not an excuse. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was like castrated, right? Like,
Was he?
yeah, like because he got like hormone blockers when he was at a young age,
I didn't know that.
so his voice wouldn't change. So
I thought he talked like, or he did his voice like that on purpose to preserve,
I'm sure it had a lot to do with it
to like
too,
preserve
but
his singing voice.
I don't know. I've gone into like the deep end of that like guy, like all the weird shit that happened with him, and I don't know if it's true or not, but regardless, he was just a fucking weirdo too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, there's no way around the fact that he definitely was a weirdo. He was a weirdo. He was
Yeah.
doing things that you shouldn't be doing.
I also feel like most people that are able to reach that level of like iconic fame are weirdos. Like,
Yeah, because you definitely get to a point where you're no longer part of this world.
yeah,
You're in a different world, dude.
Yeah.
You're in a world where if they stepped in here, they'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
ugh, it stinks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
yeah, that's
they,
what I do.
fuck you, bitch.
you know, where it's like they have to have like certain things in order to normalize themselves into that world. Where,
Yeah.
They just get alienated once
Yeah.
you reach like a certain peak of fame.
yeah.
To me, it just feels like you get to that level and you're just so far from reality. Like, what's reality to you? You know, like,
Well, not only that, like it's just him being like that rich
yeah,
to the point where you can literally have anything you want.
Yeah, like
It like takes the fun out of everything.
like there's like levels of wealth out there where you can just buy people, dude. Like it's gnarly.
yeah. Trying to get to that level.
But yeah. Yeah. I wanted to ask you.
What's up? 6 inches
Times 2.
divided by 2.
Do you have like a certain type of like favorite genre at the moment?
of like
of music.
I feel like I'm like getting back into hardcore.
I feel like that too. That's why I wanted to ask you, because I'm noticing that you're kind of leaning more towards the hardcore lately.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting back because I'm trying to listen to new bands because I've been listening to a lot of stuff that I've been into for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just like, this is tight, and like I just hope there's bands doing it now, because I'm gonna be honest, like Tsunami, for example, I like that band. They're tight, fucking hot. Like once they burst on the scene, to be completely honest, I'm kind of over it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
just
shit.
kind of like, all right, we get it. Like, you guys are fucking dickheads, but like in a nice way. I don't know. It's just, I'm just like, okay, yeah, this band's cool.
I feel like they're. I feel like they're definitely what the scene needs right now,
Yeah.
because everyone's being too safe,
Okay, yeah. In that sense, yes.
and
Yeah.
they're over here like, oh,
They don't give a
we
fuck.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they
dude.
don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
like we don't give a fuck.
That I do. I respect that they're doing that. Yeah, like I do like that. But as far as like music wise, I'm just like,
Oh, you don't like find any new like every time you listen to it, do you feel like you listen to the same 5 songs like in a row?
almost.
There's like-
Almost.
there's, like,
because
no-
I was listening to that shit nonstop. Like, because it's fucking tight. But it's just like, okay, like, it's just repetitive now.
Hmm.
You know? And like me and Eddie were discussing Terror. Because I had revisited their album that came out last year, Pain into Power. And I remember liking it a lot when it came out. And I was listening to it yesterday and I'm just like, dude, this is fucking incredible. And like Terror has been around for so fucking long. They're like one of the first hardcore bands I got into.
Mm-hmm.
And the album is so good. But yeah, I feel like I'm getting more back into hardcore again, which is cool.
Yeah, yeah.
What about you?
Um.
I feel like we don't talk about music that much
Yeah, that's
anymore.
why I'm trying to bring it up, just because
Yeah.
it's like, because I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, it's so easy to talk about movies because they're so tangible and so
Yeah.
like easy digestible. Even the hard ones, like anybody can sit down and actually like watch something, you know. But it's really hard to like listen to something and just like digest it in your brain. And I was thinking about that the other day because I was listening to like new old music, like music that came out like a couple years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago.
So it's like new to you.
Yeah. But I was like, every time I run into like new bands like that, because I ran into like a band called Florist. You ever heard of that band?
Florist?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Do you know who Frankie Cosmos is?
No.
Okay, never mind. But it's like shit like that where it's like I find out about these bands and then like I like, oh, when did this come out? Like 4 years ago. Dude, I was listening to this type of music 4 years ago. Like how come I didn't, you know? So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, but yeah, like cuz I wanted to like, cuz like so something happened to me recently,
Uh-huh.
last night,
Uh-huh.
where like I got injured
Uh-huh.
and like I'm wearing a sling right now.
Uh-huh. Oh, for real?
And I feel like it was like the universe being like, slow down, like
Grab the wall.
like it was like chill out, dude.
Yeah.
Cause like starting tomorrow, like I had my whole day planned out, and I had like all these things that I wanted to do, and I was like, cause I was gonna go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna go get a guitar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I was like, dude, cause I keep thinking about like the fact that like I don't know shit. Like I don't know. All I know how to do is just be a friend. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
Do you?
You're not
No, I'm
very
just
good at it.
But it's like, man, I'll be in my room sometimes and I'll be like, man, I wish I knew how to play like drums or guitar or keyboard, you know. And so it's like, so I'm listening to music constantly, and I'm just like, what do I really relate to, like in an instrumental way? It's like, well, I want to learn how to play guitar then. But I was gonna do that, and then that shit happened to me last night, and I remember being in the hospital, like waiting for the doctor to like fuck me up, and like I was just thinking like, I think the universe is just telling me like, hit the brakes, dude, because you're overloading yourself with like shit you don't need to be overloading yourself with, you know what I mean? But yeah, I was thinking about like that, because it's like I want to talk about music more, you know, like I want to talk about like music from like back then when we were younger, music from like 5 years ago, music right now, music that we don't know about, you know. But yeah, I would really like to talk about more music with you guys, because that was actually like the first thing we all started talking about when we first started hanging out.
Yeah, the music.
It was always music. Like, it was always music. Because I remember, like, I listened to the Locust since I was in high school, because I had like friends introduce me to them, but I didn't really start getting into Locust until like I met Eddie. You know, and then like I listened to hardcore like all through like high school and like Minority Unit and like Soul Search and shit like that. But I didn't really start getting into hardcore or like Backtrack or like, you know, Expire, like bands like that until I met you. And like you were always blasting it and you made it sound so cool and like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. And then like even with like Jose, dude, he would listen to like some like gnarly shit too, and I'd be like, oh man, this is like
Yeah, but those being cute right now.
Stop playing with my dick, dude.
Yeah, but I would like to kind of
Yeah.
bring that topic up a little more with you guys, you know, like just music, because yeah, I mean I'm not saying I don't want to talk about like other stuff anymore, but
No, I don't want to talk about anything else.
because I do want to talk about like some movies, because like I said, I want to get my attention span back, and I'm doing pretty good at it. Yeah, but
It's funny that you say that about like the Locust and like related it with Eddie and like hardcore and related it with me, because I relate soundtracks to you guys, because I never paid attention to that shit really until I met you guys.
Okay.
Because you would always point it out, and then I'd be like, "Oh damn, yeah, this does sound tight." So I started paying more attention to soundtracks because of you guys. Because like I said, yeah, before I was just like, I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, music's cool, okay, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
where's a breakdown, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But,
Yeah, but even like recently, like you had showed me that Power Band's band called Level or something.
Yeah, it's like a new band.
Yeah, I was like, oh, dude, I love this band. This band sounds so good. Because I miss that Power Balance, dude. I don't even know if that Power Balance is like has even been thriving at all lately.
It hasn't. I mean, okay, I'm not really like tapped in. I guess
I
you could
just
say.
miss the ignorant shit, dude.
Yeah.
You know, where the lyrics made no sense, but they did in a sense.
Yeah.
And like the music was so unpredictable, like Scrotums, Max Word, you know, like bands like that, like on Final Draft, like
Yeah.
you could listen to like a whole song and you'd be like, oh, I want to listen to that shit again because it was so fucked up, you know, like yeah.
I was actually listening to like Despise You's West Side Horizons the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this is fucking tight. And I mean, I'll be honest, the backup vocals were never really, wasn't really big on. But I was listening to it and I was like, nah, dude, this sounds sick.
Yeah. Like they made it work.
Yeah, they made it work.
You know.
But yeah, like as far as like that type of power violence thriving, I don't know, to be honest, because I'm not really in that world anymore, you know? I only know of like bands that people like Omar or Jose show me.
I think right now it's like it's very, very tough guy-ish.
Yeah.
Like kind of like hardcore power violence. Like I think the stuff that we're like talking about is very youthful. It, like whenever I listen to like Arm,
yeah,
or bands like that, like I just think of like, because it's so fast and like Brady said, it's like really unpredictable. Like you don't know like, you know what comes after these blast beats.
Yeah.
And it's not like a lot of like hardcore music today. It's like you know what's gonna come after like this circle pit part. It's gonna be a little fill and then it's gonna go into a breakdown. It's very digestible. I mean, but that's what hardcore is. You know, it's just very like it's music that most people can play if they work hard enough. You know, but yeah, I really miss that like fast, crazy vocal like power violence that is just like it's not around anymore. That was like very fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, and like I said, like I love the stuff that's out right now too, but like I said, like man, like when I listen to all that older stuff, like it's just even now, like when I listen to like Charles Bronson, I'm just like, man, this is so fucking good.
Yeah, like
it's like it's weird to say like for the time, like I feel like it was ahead of its of everything at the time, but it's also like it's very like, I don't know. There's nothing crazy to it. It's just very fast music, but it has like a crazy style that I love. And like, I don't know, like I wish I would be able to listen to Charles Bronson now, that like without it having like affected me when I was younger,
Yeah.
just to see what I would think about it, and like if it would still have that like that joy I get out of it now. But even listening to like Infest, man, like to me, like Infest is like the power violence band to me.
Yeah.
Like I think they're just I don't know, man, they're perfect to me. Especially like No Man's Slave, like
Yeah.
like,
So are you more leaning to No Man's Slave or Slave?
I don't know, they're probably Slave.
I go to Slave, and it's funny because the thing that's kind of the tipping point for me that puts it to Slave is Fetch the Pliers.
That instrumental?
Yeah.
That's a yeah.
I fucking love that instrumental. And like that's what tips it over to
That's
for
all.
me.
That's on Slave.
Yeah, that one's on Slave.
Yeah. And one thing about Infest, like you can feel the fucking anger in it, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of bands out there that are like they're so good, but it's a little too polished. Where
Okay. Okay, sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No. Go.
So I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to make not a point, I guess. So you had brought up that we're listening to that band Level, and like you liked it, and like yeah, this band's fucking sick. It's like a new power violence band that whatever. We're listening to it, and this other band I want to mention is called Brain Tourniquet that Omar had showed me. It's his buddy. I think his name's Connor. His friend Connor, like it's his band. And he showed it to me. I was like, dude, this band's fucking sick. And they released a new album, and when it became available on streaming, I listened to it and I liked it. I was like, oh, this is really fucking good. But then I listened to Level and I was like, dude, Level, this fucking sounds tight. It's raw, you know, there's not a lot of production to it. And then I listened to the Brain Tourniquet LP, and it's good, but it's very polished. And I was like, I don't know if I like that. Like, it just sounds too professional, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, the songs are great, but it's just, the only way I can describe it is it sounds very safe. It doesn't sound like chaotic, you know? It sounds very precise. And it made me just want to go back to listening to that Level 7-inch because it just, of the chaotic nature of it.
I think one of the things I love about like those older bands too, it's nowadays like people really work for their vocals.
Yeah.
Like they're very trained to sound a certain way, where it's like I'm gonna go back to like Charles Bronson again. Like it's just Mark McCoy just fucking yelling, and I fucking love that. Like
yeah, and even the thing I like about Mark McCoy's vocals, or anyone that had vocals like that, is that they didn't grab the mic being like, how gnarly can I sound?
Yeah.
You know, they just grab the mic and being like, I'm just gonna yell.
Yeah.
Like this is just my voice
Yeah,
yelling.
this is just me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, dude, I love that shit.
But even like Infest,
Joe D'Annunzio.
yeah, his vocals, like he's not trying to sound like a certain way. It's just his vocals just yelling, and it's so gnarly. Like even what's that song? How am I forgetting? The final song in Slave.
In Slave or No Man's Slave?
No Man's Slave.
Is it My World, My Way?
Yeah, there we go.
When he has like,
I was like, Your World, My Way.
where it's just like building up, and
Yeah.
then he finally like he lets in that yell.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh man.
He's like, oh.
Yeah.
Dude,
Things like that, man. Like I don't like polished vocals.
yeah.
I'm just not a fan. I mean, they could work for a certain type of band and all that, but I always prefer like the grosser, like sounding stuff that's not polished. That it's to me it's more unique than someone that's like very like working hard to train their vocals to sound a certain way.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and that No Man's Slave. Man, those fucking lyrics too, dude.
Yeah.
They're so dark.
Yeah, they hit hard. They hit hard as fuck, dude. Especially that last track. You just sound like you're listening to someone go insane in their brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you're listening to someone lose their shit because they're tired of the world that they're living in.
and a lot of those lyrics they sound very primitive. Like
Yeah.
they sound like lyrics you would write when you're in that angry like state. Cause I don't know, like when you're angry, like I feel like you wouldn't have like these intricate like poetic vocals, like or not vocals, lyrics. And his are just like to the point, like they're just.
Yeah, there's no like hitting meeting, like you'll just.
There's no metaphors, no like it's just like his vocals of him being angry or whatever.
Yeah, it's like my world, like it's like
I know I'm having that problem too. I'm like I'm thinking of all these songs and I'm just like I can't remember the name.
Yeah, well it's like Jesus Christ. Well, it's just a lot of the lyrics where it's just like, you know, like behind this tongue, like behind this twisted tongue, the devil speaks, and it's just like, it sounds like an angry man, you know. That's like something an angry dude would say that's been oppressing his own feelings for like a while.
Yeah.
You know, like I just, like Eddie said, it just sounds so real and sounds so raw, and like I miss that shit, dude. Where it's like,
there's no pretending.
Yeah, like I want to listen to you lose your shit. Like, I want to listen to you really tell me how you're feeling. I don't want you to tell me how you think you're feeling. Like, I don't want you to try and, like, hide what you're feeling. Like, I just, like, yell, dude. Like, yeah, like, tell me, like, how bad you hate, like, this world and how much, and, you know, like, where's the unity? Like, lyrics for that song where it's, like, he was telling, like, why can't, like, where's the fuck, you know, like,
where's the unity?
Yeah, like, where's the fucking unity? Yeah, dude, like, come on, like, we're all supposed to be, like, uniting and fucking...
Yeah.
Going against like the people that are trying to oppress us, like what's wrong with you? You know, like just, like shit like that. Like I was reading that recently. I was just like, dude, I don't think anyone's singing like this anymore. You know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I like spaz lyrics too, where they're very like a lot of inside jokes.
Yeah.
They're just having fun. Like even like songs like "Sword of the Lord," where they're talking about like Satan killing your parents.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah, how like that song was like a satire on like the Satanist music movement, you know, like the 90s and shit, where people are like, you listen to that type of music, you're gonna go shoot up a school or kill yourself or kill your parents, and it's just like, it's just music, man.
Yeah.
It's just music, dude. Like dude, that shit's so fucking good to me. It's so good, and it's everlasting too. Like it's just like, how old is La Da Vinci? Like,
when did that come out? Like 99? 98?
I think
or was it early 2000s?
No, because they broke up in 2000.
So
it was like late 90s maybe.
Yeah.
90s for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, like dude, like like more than 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And like 20 years from now, I'm still gonna be probably like, dude, this shit rips, dude. This shit fucking rips.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I like that's something that I really want to explore nowadays too, because it's just like I want to find out like how the like musical playground is at the moment, you know, in every genre. But yeah,
performance plays a big part with me also.
Yeah, because like me and you watch a lot of live videos, like in the living room. We're always like, I'm starting to realize like, man, I feel like everybody has the same like vibe going on when they're on stage. Yeah,
like I especially like I want to see the vocalists super into it. Like I want to see them really into it. Like I want to see them lose their shit, you know? And like you don't really see a lot of that anymore. Like not really, you know?
Yeah, it's a lot of like, what am I wearing?
Yeah.
You know, like how my mannerisms on stage, you know? It's like, I don't care, dude. Get some mocos on your face or something, you know, like get ignorant, or you know what I mean? Because
I remember we were watching a live performance of this band Punitive Damage from the Pacific Northwest, and the singer, she was fucking going crazy, dude. Like, and they were just playing fast and like, just I loved it. Like it was like, dude, this is fucking sick, dude. Like I want to see a lot more of that. Like
some G.G. Allen shit.
I'm not trying to get shit thrown at me, dude. Fuck that.
I don't know, man. I kind of want to see like a pee-pee like that in real life.
I want to see him try to cut his own dick off.
What dick?
I would give one of my toes to see G.G. Allen live.
Yeah.
I would.
I would.
I would want to see that guy live, but I'd have to be put like in a glass box. Like, I wouldn't want to be a part of the crowd. You know what I mean? Like, I'd want like my own glass box, like on the second floor. You know, like I would be like, oh, I'm watching this. I'm definitely not gonna be a part of this. Yeah.
But yeah, like performance is a big factor to me. Like the more intimate too is for especially that type of music. You know, I feel is better. Cause I mean, like the Hit 'Em Where It Hurts house shows, dude. Those were always so much fun. Like always so much fun. Just people going crazy, doing dumb shit. You know. But then again, we were fucking kids. So.
Yeah. And you definitely don't want to be doing shit like that when you're like as old as we are or older, you know.
Yeah.
But it's still fun.
It's still fun, but like I mean, I don't have health insurance, so I mean.
Yeah. You telling me, homie? Shit. But yeah, I mean, it's just like you're right about the intimacy needed for like that type of energy in a room. That's why like I always respect bands when they just like when they're like, we're not gonna play a venue if it's got a barricade.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Like we want the crowd to be a part of the performance too. But yeah.
Like when Despise You played Sound and Fury in 2019. Yeah, 2019. I love Despise You, but it was strange, like seeing them on that big of a stage. Like the crowd wasn't as big either because it was mostly hardcore bands and.
Feels like you're watching a caged lion, huh?
Yeah.
Or it's just like, you look beautiful, and I like the way you sound, but you don't belong here, brother.
That's how I feel about watching like all these like goth bands like that play festivals, like, and it's like the sun is out and it's just like, dude,
and
perfect time, dude.
And a lot of the like the majority vocals for bands like that, it's all like this, and it's like, how are you gonna be singing like that to like a crowd of what 2,000?
Yeah.
Like, don't go play a venue like the Glass House or something.
Yeah. Somewhere pitch black.
Yeah.
With red lights.
Eddie's right though. Like that shit needs to change.
Well, I do want to mention. Fuck! I just went blank. I wanted to talk about Nothing's album, "Guilty of Everything," just real quick, because yesterday it turned 9 years old. And it made me realize, like, fuck, dude, I remember when that first came out. Because Nothing is the band that got me to do, like, a fucking deep dive obsession of shoegaze. Because I knew what the genre was before, and I had known of certain bands, like the big players, like My Bloody Valentine, shit like that. But I never really, like, took the time to listen to them. And it was Jacob Lucero who had sent me a Bandcamp link to their album or their EP, Downward Years to Come, and I was like, damn, this is tight. And then Guilty of Everything dropped, and I was obsessed, dude. Like, that album just blew me away front to back. I just feel like it's like a modern masterpiece in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a great album.
Yeah,
like it's a great band too.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention it just because like of how much that album actually like means to me. It's like, dude, I fucking love that shit.
Can I ask you something?
What's up?
Do you feel like the shoegaze genre is like slowly becoming saturated?
100%.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
I feel that way too.
Yeah. I think it's because
it's getting more marketable.
More marketable.
It's becoming more like mainstream.
And it seems like everybody's trying to do it now. Yeah. And some of it is cool, and some of it is just like, nah, dude. All you're doing is just making noise, like wow, 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 wow.
Yeah.
Like,
isn't that what shoegaze is?
You like Nothing, right? Like,
yeah, but Nothing. I don't know. Like, they're not your traditional like shoegaze to me. Like,
that's why like I love them.
Yeah, and like that's another band like live. They don't have the energy of a shoegaze band.
No, they do not.
They do not. Like, people mosh to them. Like,
they get nuts, dude.
Yeah.
And I respect and I love that band so much because they've found this like middle ground of like, yeah, we're shoegaze, but I mean,
we're heavy as fuck.
Yeah, like we're heavy, dude. Like,
Yeah.
like we don't mess around with like the. I don't know, dude. Like it just.
That's kind of how, man. I'm so bummed they're not a band anymore. But,
Who?
Young and in the Way.
Oh, I didn't know they were in a band anymore.
No, they even when they released like the last album they made, they weren't even a band anymore. I guess they just recorded those, they just released them. But like all I've been listening to is like metal lately. Like,
Yeah.
fucking metal, and only because I've been drumming into it and I'm trying to get like just faster and all that. But
Yeah.
like that band just has like, man, if I could be a drummer for any band, it would be that one, because they have everything I love about like every genre. They have the vocals I like, they have the drums I like, they have the kind of guitar I like, and they're just so unique. But they found like that sweet middle ground where they just took all these parts from like different genres and like made it their own, but they made it work. It doesn't come off as like a gimmick or like, I don't know, man. Like it's crazy. Like they had like metal kits like two-stepping,
Yeah.
and like, to me it was like kind of like what Motorhead did with the punks and metalheads,
Yeah.
where they kind of united them a little bit. That's kind of how it was with this. Like they were bringing like this like death metal shit to like hardcore shows, but they were still like heavy as fuck, and they were still fast. They were still doing blast beats, and like you can tell like each one of those band members like was like attributing like something that they love into that band.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know, man. It sucks because I wish that band would have kept going, because I think they were probably the most unique band around that time, like that was out. And yeah, I don't know. I wish there was more bands like that.
Definitely.
Not necessarily like that, but I mean bands that are kind of all over the place. And
Yeah. I have that same sensibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we wrap things up, I had no idea that you liked that band Were.
I do, but there's a lot of bands I like that I just talk shit to you guys about because it's funny.
Because you had posted something and used one of their songs, and I was like, wait, that was Eddie's post? Like, I had no idea. Because Were was another band that, like, Nothing and Were kind of, like, side to side for me as far as getting me really into shoegaze. And I remember, I just feel like that it wouldn't have been a band that you'd be into because they're more of that. They're more like that shoegaze sound. They're more on that sound wavelength, you know, than Nothing is, in my opinion.
Yeah, I remember the first time I heard Nothing, I like, it didn't even occur to me that they were a shoegaze band, because like I said, it just didn't sound like a shoegaze band to me. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of like music. Like I don't talk hip hop to a lot of people, even though I listen to it a lot. I don't talk electronic music to people because I feel like nobody else appreciates it. And
Like Daft Punk.
no, I really do hate Daft Punk. That's one I wasn't kidding about.
Daft Punk's type.
But yeah, there's a lot of shit that I don't talk to people about just because I don't know. Like I feel like I don't know, with hip hop I'm just too picky. And electronic stuff I listen to like a lot of weird shit that I feel like most people just won't like.
You're very picky about your hip hop.
Yeah, and like it's funny that you guys are talking about like how you guys want to talk more about music. Like me and Jose actually, like, we always text each other
Galati.
different bands that we find, but particularly stuff that we know. Like we have like that kind of like like he won't, like, I won't text him like a weird like electronic band. Maybe he will like it, but I just don't.
Like you know, like you listen to something like, I feel like he'd like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of that is like punk rock, but it's not like your stupid like cliche like punk. It's not the fucking, I don't know,
Anarchy in the UK type shit.
Yeah, like it's just like this weird like new punk, like kind of garage band type of stuff. But so like every now and then, like I'll send him something, he'll send me something.
Like Warthog
Warthog
from New York, that hardcore punk band.
I don't know if I heard them.
Oh, dude, that band's sick.
Link me, bro.
I'll link you.
But yeah, I mean, him always sending music like that. Specifically, I think because like we like whenever me and him jam, like I feel like that's what I love about him. Like he'll bring his own style thing to it, and I'll do my fucking weird drum shit to it too. And so, like that's what I love. Like even though we have so many similarities, like we're also like really different too.
Yeah.
Cause like he'll listen to shit that I'll make fun of him for.
Yeah.
And I like same thing. Like he'll talk shit like, oh, like you know, like, cause I'm a hater, dude.
Yeah. No, I know. I know.
Like I
like you hate pop music. I love pop music.
I think we're all haters. Well, not you, but
yeah, I was gonna say
me and Eddie are haters, but you're definitely not. You're more.
I hate.
You're more accepting, which is nice.
I hate.
You're definitely the like.
Hey, I hate haters. What's up?
The anti-hater.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just trying to give everything a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Don't knock it till you try it.
Right?
Like I feel like I understand like where you come from, because I think overall you just appreciate music.
Yeah.
And you're definitely like the type of guy that's like, okay, these kids are making music, and even though it's not something I like at least they're playing something, you know. And I feel like you're that guy, and I'm like that with certain, like for the most part with music. I talk a lot of shit just because it's funny, but
it definitely is funny.
when it comes to movies, I am dead serious about that shit. If I make fun of you for liking a movie, like just know that I'm serious.
Fuck you then, homie.
I'm not even a hater, dude. I'm just
No, you're a hater.
I'm a fucking dictator when it comes to movies.
That's what's up. Well, I want to thank everybody for sticking around for this discussion on music and stuff, and hope Birdie feels better.
I'll get there. Give me a month.
I'll give you a month, dude. 30 days starting now.
I'm gonna time it.
But
You know what sucks?
What's up?
I'm gonna be like this like during AFI.
Oh fuck, you are.
I hate that.
Damn. Hey, who else is going to AFI? Let us know. Take pictures of us. Birdie will sign your boobs.
Sign my cast.
Can I ask you a serious question, Birdie?
Yeah.
And I know you're gonna
Get ready to cut this.
All right.
Get ready to cut this, dude.
Are you are you bummed you can't masturbate?
Can't? What do you, he still has one hand.
Can
What
you
do you mean?
Can you guys masturbate with your left hand?
No.
I can't.
Hold on. Let me
Picture it, dude. No,
Let me
there's no
picture it.
way.
I can make it happen.
Dude, like
I couldn't.
my
I think I tried, but
my right arm is like out of commission, right?
Yeah.
I had no idea how much I depended on
Oh yeah, dude.
on this guy, dude. I'm a little scared at the moment because I'm just like, I don't know if I can go a month without using my right fucking arm.
Learn how to use your feet, dude.
Fuck.
Because like I showered like before we got started, and dude,
She was rough. Huh?
Are you
it
just
was-
holding your hand out of the way?
no,
or-
I wrapped it up like in a trash bag.
Oh, you can. Oh.
Yeah, like I even taped it up that way no water
Yeah.
would like leak in there.
Also, like you put it in the bag and then.
Yeah, and then I'll tape it up right
Yeah.
here. And I was in there, dude, the whole time I was like pissed. Because I was like, I grabbed the shampoo bottle and I'm like,
What do I do?
what do I do now? You know? So I go like this. My dumbass goes like this. And I'm like, I hope I'm putting the right amount. And I put it back and I just, just like a puddle of shampoo on my head. I'm like, fuck, I put way too much, dude.
That sucks, dude. When I know that sucks because like when I got my knuckles tattooed,
Yeah.
like you don't realize how much you bump them,
Oh,
and like how
yeah,
you touch everything with them, and it sucks. So I can't even imagine like not being able to have like a fucking limb, like not being able to use it.
That's how I felt when I got my elbow at work.
You don't realize like
I don't
how
realize,
often
yeah.
like it.
I'm just constantly like,
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. So I know exactly how that feels.
Yeah, that's funny that you said that because, dude, like when it happened, and like I told my girl, she was like, "Damn, so you're just not gonna jack off for like a month or what?" And I was like, "I guess not." Shit.
You know what? I'm gonna get you a fleshlight, homie.
Thanks. Make sure it's a left-handed one.
Now I'll hold it.
With your feet.
Wow, dude.
Thanks for
Yeah.
sticking around. can find us on our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at BetamaxULTD. Listen to us on any podcast platform. Just search Betamax and share us with your friends. Say hi to us at AFI. Give Birdie a high five on his right arm. And we'll see you guys next time.
Keep moving, keep moving, keep flowing, keep moving steady.